Hey guys, what's going on? It's JMT. Welcome back to another Michael's Zombies update on the development for the game. And that's just not for the next coming update for the game, but also for the future of Michael Zombies from a video I just watched from Joe himself. Is that a glass of milk on... You know what? I'm not going to ask. The reason I'm making this video is because I want to cover the important topics that Joe said in his video, which if you guys haven't watched it, please go ahead and watch that video first. I'll leave it in the description down below and in the pinned comments. Joe pretty much made a video explaining the update on the development for Michael Zombies because it has been a while since we've had an update for the game, besides the fact that the one window map was introduced to the game. So this video had a lot of important topics on the next update for Michael Zombies and on the future for the development for the game. And there are some important things that I kind of written down in a notepad, and I want to go over those with you guys just so we can have an update on everything in general and so you guys can expect what to come in the next update. So overall, the purpose of this video is to kind of reach a wider audience for those who love Michael Zombies if you guys watch it on my channel, if you haven't seen Joe's video. So inside of Joe's video, he did go over a lot of important topics, and that was for the next update with the bosses or just the map itself, and also for mobile controls and just bugs and stuff like that. So let's go over with the mobile control improvements or just the bug fixes with mobile controls, because it seemed to be a huge issue within Michael Zombies was just the mobile platform itself. So things that he mentioned that were going to be changed was the mobile control editor, which I think is in the game right now. They kind of wanted to release that ASAP. In their announcement section, they had one day where they were constantly announcing that this mobile control editor was being worked on and to try to get it out as soon as possible. And the mobile control editor allows you to change the control layout for mobile players. So if you didn't like how the layout was before, you have the option to go ahead and move around what you want on the screen. So therefore you can have what's most comfortable while you're playing Michael Zombies with the controls, that is. So with the mobile control editor being announced, they're also going ahead and just doing a lot of bug fixes, whether that be minor or major, with just mobile itself, so stay tuned for that. He also went ahead and talked about some custom character controller for enemies, which this is what that one Roblox humanoids things was inside of that one video made on Michael Zombies, like the huge update news. And we also have improved character controllers, whatever the hell that means. This is what they were talking about. So basically custom character controller for enemies. This is going to be different than how enemies are right now inside of Roblox, and what this allows you to do is it allows you to fine-tune enemies in the future, whether that be the behavior for enemies, whether that be the actions that enemies do, stuff like that. So that's what they were talking about before, and that is currently being worked on, and it will apply to not just the boss inside of Michael Zombies, but it will be being applied to hopefully all of the other zombies and bosses that we have in the future for Michael Zombies. So it should be entertaining, and it should be really fun to go ahead and look at and play around with as well when this does release. The next important topic that was talked about was map purchasing. So the new map coming in the next update for Michael Zombies is called Michael Barrel. Not for sure if this is related to Cracker Barrel or not. I really don't know, but that's the first thing that comes to mind. So when Michael Barrel does release, that is a map you have to buy with currency. But don't fret, Joe stresses to say that all players will have the currency to go ahead and buy the Michael Barrel map. The main purpose of that is so players know how map purchasing works. So technically Michael Barrel will be free, but it will be locked when it does release, but you do have the currency to buy it. And this means that all the maps coming out in the future will have to be bought in the game, and that could be with in-game currency or Robux as well. It is up to you to decide. And I think this is kind of relating to Call of Duty Zombies and how their DLC purchasing works, because when any new maps come out for a Call of Duty Zombies game, it is called a DLC, which is downloadable content. It is locked behind a purchase, so you do have to kind of buy it to get access to that map. So I think they're kind of following that train and an aspect of purchasing stuff. This is going to help fund the game, of course, for the future development and help fund the game right now, because they do have 2 new members of the team that they kind of have to worry about. That is providing, you know, payment. And we might as well hop onto the 2 new members of the team really quick, because that was talked about as well. We got 2 new members of the team for Michael Zombies, and that is Epic Red Pandas and the Dot Man, and they are both modelers, and they're currently helping on the game right now for the next update and for future stuff. They're working on weapon remasters, kind of remodeling the weapons, and they're also helping with the boss fight. They're kind of helping with the boss's character model, that is. While those 2 new members of the team are working on the character model for the boss and the weapon remasters, of course, let's go ahead and talk about the whole thing about the remasters of weapons and just the weapon improvements as well. So overall, for weapons in the game, they are all being remastered. That is 100% true. I'm pretty sure every single weapon in Michael Zombies is going to be getting remastered some way, somehow. Now for the weapon itself and the improvement of weapons, they're going to be getting new attachments and weapon camos as well. And there's going to be lots of unlockable options to go ahead and get these things, whether that be through an achievement or getting a certain amount of kills or surviving a certain amount of rounds or even going ahead and purchasing them. There's going to be a lot of new attachments and a lot of weapon camos in general. And along with the weapons it's getting remastered as well. All of the attachments are going to be redone, and there's going to be a lot more of them. So that was kind of the big topic, the big point on just weapons inside of Michael Zombies. Next thing is the data saving system and how that's going to be improved. The biggest problem right now is coins going away after you're purchasing them. I have never had an issue yet, but it looks like some other people have had problems when they go ahead and purchase coins inside of the game. They go away. So it looks like the data that was saved for them while they were purchasing coins, it was kind of being corrupted some sorts. It wasn't actually working out. So the coins were going away after they're spending their Robux on it. Now let's go ahead and talk about the next update for Michael Zombies. So this is going to be the balancing for Michael Barrel and the boss. So the balancing for Michael Barrel, this was brought up. The base map, by the way, not the boss. We'll get to the boss after this, but the base map is kind of being balanced right now, just so that it plays well and all of the things are in the specific spots on the map, whether that be wall buys, whether that be perk machines, stuff like that. As of right now, the leaks that we saw for Michael Barrel, all of the images that we've seen, that might be changed in the future because the balancing for the game is still in process. So they're kind of shifting everything around in the map so that it just plays well in general. The boss for Michael Barrel. This boss is going to be interesting. This is the first boss inside of Michael Zombies. This boss is going to be a game-changing, and it looks like it's going to be a lot of fun from the stuff that we've seen from Kyle's inside of the sneak peeks. This boss is going to have a lot of moves. The behavior is going to be different from normal zombies, and it's just going to be fun to play against. And this boss is going to have 2 phases, okay? Which is amazing. Thank you, Joe and Kyle's, for allowing 2 phases in this. So basically, when you beat the boss, this is the first phase. You can go ahead and end the game if that's what you choose. Otherwise, you can do some extra steps after that to initiate the second phase, which is going to be kind of relating to the story of the map. There's going to be some Michael lore. So you can either kill the boss and end the game, or you can kill the boss and do some other things as well to go ahead and initiate, the current game. Go ahead and continue the story of the map. That is awesome. Because before, instead of other maps for Michael Zombies, like the Halloween update, for example, or just the Lighthouse map as well, once you go ahead and put all your points into kind of completing the map or doing the little Easter egg thingy, whatever it is, it kind of just ends the game for you. But this boss allows you to go ahead and continue to do the rest of the story for the game, which is pretty cool. And that's pretty much everything I got to talk about for Michael Barrel right now. The last thing I want to bring up that Joe was talking about was just all of the bugs inside of the game and working on fixing them. So the main bugs that I've seen is pretty much starting the game. These are the 2 bugs that was kind of brought up. So when you first start the game inside of Michael Zombies, there's the chance that players don't spawn in on round 1. You might have 1 player spawn in, or 2 or 3, or whatever it is. There's always a chance that sometimes people just kind of go straight through the map and then they die and they have to wait in the lobby and then they'll spawn in on the next round. That's one of the bugs that's currently being worked on. And the other one as well is the teleporting. When you teleport into the map, you kind of like fling or fly around when you land into the map, because of course not only is this goofy and silly, but it could lead you to like getting into a position or spot on the map that you might not want to get into. That could also be like, game breaking. So, and that's pretty much everything on the update for the development for Michael Zombies. Again, just in the next update and overall for the future for Michael Zombies. If you guys haven't watched Joe's video, again, it'll be linked in the description down below and in the pinned comments. Please check it out because he did a good job at covering everything that were going on. I want to go ahead and say again that this video was kind of bringing it to a wider audience for those who like to watch Michael Zombies on the channel. If you guys have any comments about the update on the development, please let me know in the comment section down below. I'll be looking at the comments down there. And if you guys have any ideas for Michael Zombies, also leave that in the comment section down below. But anyways, guys, that's pretty much going to be it for me. My name's JMT, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out, guys.